Between the serene shores of Lake Victoria and the rolling hills of Nyanza, there lived a people known for their bravery, resilience, and rich cultural heritage, the Luo. Among them was a legend, a tale passed down through generations, that spoke of a warrior whose name still sent shivers down the spines of the enemies of the Luo, Lwanda Magere. The sky was ablaze with the hues of dawn as Alma, wife of the chief of the Luo, gave birth to a son. His arrival was marked by an unusual event. A brilliant light filled the hut, and a voice, deep and resonant, proclaimed, "He shall be called Lwanda Magere, and he will be the shield of his people." From an early age, Lwanda Magere exhibited extraordinary strength and intelligence. As a child, he could wrestle boys twice his size and outsmart the village elders in debates. But it wasn't just his physical prowess or sharp mind that set him apart. There was something ethereal about him, something that made people believe he was destined for greatness. By the time he reached adulthood, Lwanda Magere had already proven himself in numerous battles against the Luo's rivals, the Nandi. His presence on the battlefield was formidable. Spears and arrows seemed to bounce off him as if his skin were made of iron. He moved with the grace of a lion and struck with the force of a thunderbolt. Tales of his invincibility spread far and wide, striking fear into the hearts of enemies and filling his people with pride. One evening, after a victorious battle, the Luo gathered to celebrate their hero. The air was thick with the aroma of roasted meat, and the sound of drums filled the night. Amidst the celebrations, the elders, with their faces lined with age and wisdom, called for Luanda. "Luanda, son of the Luo, your bravery and strength are unmatched," began Ogola, the oldest and wisest of the elders. "But with great power comes great responsibility. Our people look to you for protection and leadership." Luanda bowed respectfully. "I will always defend our land and honor our ancestors. My strength is a gift, and I will use it wisely." As seasons passed, the Nandi grew desperate to find a way to defeat Lwanda Magere. Their attempts on the battlefield had failed miserably, and their chief, Kipkirui, devised a cunning plan. He proposed a truce and offered his daughter, Nalango, in marriage to Luanda, hoping to uncover the secret of his invincibility. The Luo elders were wary, but Luanda, seeing the opportunity for peace, accepted the offer. Nalango was beautiful and seemed kind, but she harbored a secret mission. Nights turned into months, and Luanda, who had grown fond of his new wife, let his guard down. One fateful night, as they lay under the starry sky, Nalang softly asked, "Luanda, my love, everyone says you are invincible. Is there nothing that can harm you?" Luanda, lost in the tranquility of the moment, and lulled by Nalang's tender touch, revealed his secret. "It is true, no weapon can harm me. My strength lies in my shadow. As long as it remains untouched, I am invincible." Nalango's heart pounded as she listened. She knew what she had to do. The next morning, she feigned illness and requested to visit her people. Luanda, trusting her, agreed. She returned to the Nandi with the secret she had uncovered. Armed with this knowledge, the Nandi devised a new strategy. They planned an ambush in the thick forest, where the shadows were long and deep. On the day of the battle, they lured Luanda into the trap. The sun hung low, casting long, distorted shadows. As Luanda fought with his usual might, the Nandi warriors targeted his shadow. Luanda felt an unfamiliar pain as a spear struck his shadow, and he fell to his knees. The invincible warrior, the shield of the Luo, was vulnerable at last. The Nandi attacked relentlessly, striking his shadow again and again until Lwanda lay lifeless on the forest floor. The news of Lwanda Magere's death spread like wildfire. The Luo were devastated. Their hero, the embodiment of their strength and courage, was gone. A great wailing rose from the village as men, women, and children mourned the loss of their beloved warrior. The elders gathered, their faces etched with grief and sorrow. Lwanda's death is a great loss, but his spirit will live on in our hearts, Ogola said, his voice trembling. We must honor his memory by continuing to defend our land and uphold the values he stood for. Lwanda Magere's death was not in vain. His sacrifice united the Luo like never before. They vowed to protect their land and each other with renewed determination. Lwanda's story became a symbol of bravery and resilience, a reminder that true strength lies not just in physical prowess, but in the spirit and unity of a people. Years passed, and the tale of Lwanda Magere was told around fires and in village squares. Children grew up hearing of his feats and learning the lessons of courage, trust, and the consequences of betrayal. His legacy endured, inspiring generations to stand strong against adversity. On the anniversary of his death, the Luo gathered at the site of Lwanda Magere's final battle. They built a monument in his honor, a towering stone figure that cast a long shadow across the land. As the sun set, the elders led a ceremony to remember their fallen hero. Ogola, now frail with age, spoke to the gathered crowd. Lwanda Magere was more than a warrior. He was a symbol of our strength and resilience. Let his story remind us that even in the face of great loss, we must stand together and fight for what we hold dear. The people chanted Lwanda's name, their voices rising in unison, echoing through the hills and valleys. The spirit of Lwanda Magere, the invincible warrior, lived on in the hearts of his people, guiding them through the trials and tribulations of life. In the years that followed, the Luo continued to thrive, drawing strength from the legacy of Lwanda Magere. His story was a testament to the power of unity and the enduring spirit of a people bound by a common purpose. And so, in the land of the Luo, the legend of Lwanda Magere remained a beacon of hope and courage, a timeless tale that would be told for generations to come.